Hi, good afternoon, guys. So here to show you a little bit of an idea on how the bike looks now, since the last time I've posted a video on this page. So here, this is how and what it looks like now. I would say it's a little bit better than the previous one, and it looks, I would say, way cooler than the previous one as well. Here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna start with the wind screen or the windshield. Alright, so this one weighs 3 times lesser than the previous one. The previous one was a metal alloy one, so it doesn't look good on the bike for me. It's like a little bit bulkier. I don't know if I'm using the right term for that. And here I have a turn signal light, or a turn signal indicator. It has an animation on it. I'll show you how that looks and works later on. Next thing is the radiator guard, which is, a nice one. It looks perfectly well for 2017 to 2020 model. And here, of course, the full exhaust system, which is having a real carbon Austin racing canister. Looks good on the bike. So here I have a crash guard. Alright. And I have here tire hugger, which is done and made by Final Drive Cebu in Capital Site. And here I have a tail tidy or fender eliminator kit, which looks perfectly well with the bike. The stock one actually has a mud guard here, which is really big, and it doesn't look on the bike. I mean, it doesn't look good on the bike, so I need to get an axle block on both sides. Here, this is the axle block, this part here, and this is just a regular spool anyway, and on both sides. So here, moving on. Here, the crash guard. I'm gonna move on the tank part. So this one got a film protection. It's a clear film protection made and done by Final Drive Cebu Steel. And here I got an RNG tank pad, which is commonly used in racing bikes. MotoGP, I saw Valentino Rossi and Marc Marquez using this stuff. And the side tank grip is from Adhesive Philippines. I ordered this like a couple of months back. So it has the same fine material actually, but of course this one is a little bit thinner and it perfectly works well for me. And the panel here, this one got film protection, but it's a self-healing one, so it works well because in case it gets damage on it or scratches on it, it will just heals in time. Alright. So, and of course lastly we have here the full bike, and of course the ECU reflash. We cannot see it because it's inside the bike. It's an engine control unit. That's the meaning of ECU. So I have it remapped or reflashed by Motorrad Philippines. Here I've got a sticker from them. It's a sign of like an appreciation for having them reflashed my bike. Here, Motorrad Philippines. So the main purpose of having an easier flash is for us to be able to take advantage of the full capacity of the engine. That's what they say. the manufacturer or Yamaha, usually they're not, giving us the full capacity of the engine when they sell their products, for us to, for them to avoid damages, you know insurance thing. So what we did, we have it reflashed, or they need to replace, or Motorrad Philippines, I'm sorry, replace the software of the bike, which is known as the Woolwich Racing ECU Reflash, for us to be able to, you know take advantage of the full capacity of the engine. So this one runs smoother, better, sounds better as well than the previous one. We don't have any backfires on it anymore. And along with that, I need to replace the what do you call this, the air filter with a racing air filter. It's washable. It's K&N racing air filter. It's inside the bike. We can see it. What we can see is K&N racing oil filter, which is here. Alright, so I think that's it. This is how the bike looks now. So before we end this one out, I would like to thank all the people behind the changes of this bike. Ride Republic, Munition, Mr. Vier Suarez or Oliver, Jesse, and of course Final Drive Cebu. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy it.